Hi, Andy. I was wondering if you could tell me about World War One and greed.
Well, I wanted to talk about all of those bloody battles and how people would be happy that they only lost 500,000 men just to get 3 feet of land. But if you want to know about the greed part, then I'll talk about more of the Eastern European parts of it. So, whenever Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated by Serbian nationalists just trying to get their actual state freedom, which Bosnia wasn't Serbian. That's actually the Republic of Srpska, which is in modern day Bosnia, but that's besides the point. Old men sitting in their palaces caused World War One to happen. It wasn't because of the Archduke. They could have avoided this if they realized that men would have died, like how if Austria didn't what was just if Austria wasn't just planning on Serbia doing something so they could finally conquer the land back, then we could have avoided it. If Germany hadn't had the back of Austria because they were both greedy and wanted more land so they could be dominant in the region, even though Austria was a dying empire along with the Ottomans, if they hadn't tried to start a war, they would have probably led to a less good modern age, but definitely one without the death and destruction of World War One, because if you're going to talk about World War One and the greed that caused it, you have to talk about the Treaty of Versailles, which basically meant that it was inevitable that Hitler would rise, or anybody for that matter, with extremism, because communism was already rising and it just took instability to make it rise to power. So we could have had a Soviet Germany, and even yet, say if we were a bit less lenient on Germany, which we weren't in the first place, and communism took over because we banned fascism, seeing what it did to Italy, then we would have by far lost the Cold War due to the fact that communism would have been in the two most powerful nations on earth besides our great USA. Bit of capitalist propaganda for you, because we have the industrialized Germany with the Soviet Union, and the only reason why the Soviets won the Eastern Front is because they figured if we throw enough men and iron at the Germans, they'll eventually collapse. And it definitely took a lot of blood and iron, which actually in the modern day makes Russia having an extreme population loss. But back to World War One, if Germany wasn't greedy and Austria wasn't greedy, we could have avoided the whole thing. But we didn't, and it led to the Armenian genocide and the Holocaust and many terrible things.
Thank you.